Live from WBFF in Baltimore, this is Fox 45 News at 10.
Desperate situation. What happens to the thousands of public records if the city of Baltimore doesn't get its computer systems back up? Well, tonight, Fox 45 investigates the desperate measures being taken and the impact the actions could have on the public's access to records.
Operation Crime and Justice reporter Joy LaPola explains the lasting effects of this partial paralysis.
It's hard to know the exact number of public records at risk as a result of this ransomware attack. By the time this matter is resolved, records that could pertain to the former mayor's investigation, as well as this ransomware attack, may cease to exist altogether. All we know is money. Hurry up. Tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. That's just part of the ransom letter hackers sent to Baltimore City after infecting its computer network with a debilitating virus, demanding the city pay more than $100,000. The ransomware attack has crippled several systems, from city email to websites to voicemail. Real estate transactions and electronic bill payments are also compromised. Another potential victim of this attack could be your right to know what's going on in government. If the city doesn't get its system back online, thousands of public records may disappear forever.
Boxes and boxes.
That includes information requested on the investigation into former Mayor Catherine Pugh.
If the data that you're referring to was part of this network, there's a very good chance that this data would be lost unless the city of Baltimore will decide to pay the ransom.
Zohar Pinhasi is a counter-cyber terrorism expert and CEO of MonsterCloud, a company that is typically brought in after a ransomware attack.
Without the right backup, you're talking about everything is gone. From emails to databases, they'll need to basically to reconfigure and recreate the entire platform from scratch.
This is a public information request Fox 45 filed a few weeks ago for records pertaining to one of Mayor Catherine Pugh's former aides. While the law department writes it sent us a thumb drive containing the information we requested, when the package arrived, the thumb drive was missing. We're requesting the data again, but Pinhasi says the chances of those records being reproduced are slim at this point.
If the city is down for 2 weeks, that should be a major indicator.
The recovery team is working on a plan to recover and get up and running the email and all the applications that were impacted by the attack.
Deputy Chief of Staff for Operations Cheryl Goldstein has become the city's point person on the ransomware front. We asked Goldstein about the retention of records following the cyber attack, considering some agency heads and their employees are using their personal phones and personal email accounts to conduct city business.
I think our very first priority is to make sure that the services are being provided to the citizens of Baltimore City.
As for how this assault on the city's network might end, Pinhasi says that could depend on whether the city backed up its system properly.
I don't want anybody to leave out here to think that the city of Baltimore don't have a backup system, because we do.
Typically, if you do have a working backup, you'll use it and you'll be up and running after a few days. And if this entity is still down for 2 weeks, there's a reason behind it.
When the city's top IT guy and city solicitor were asked whether the city had a disaster recovery plan in place, neither would give an answer, citing a pending investigation. According to Pinhasi, disaster recovery plans typically consist of a segregated backup network, off-site and entirely independent of the infected network.